So, hello. I am just posting out the live stream more. Get this camera straight, set up, do something with it. I don't know. We'll do something with it. All right, guys, how are we doing tonight? I'm sorry for the last minute decision to live stream. Alright, looks like we're just gonna get started. I have nothing planned for tonight other than to live stream. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I have had kind of a rough week. I had really no intentions of live streaming tonight. Well, actually, I kind of forgot today was Friday, and then I lost track of the time because I fell asleep. But I've been sick most of the week with this stomach virus going around. Not gonna lie, this is probably the first time a stomach virus kicked me this hard. It was bad enough I had to go to my local urgent care because I thought I was dying. I just got this pain. And apparently what happened was the stomach virus triggered my gallbladder problems. And not gonna lie, is the camera right on this? I didn't even think about how I set it up. Do I need to rotate the camera? Because on my end it looks fine. But I don't know if on your end it looks fine. I can never figure it out. Just try it this way and see what happens. I don't know. You guys aren't telling me, so I'm just going to assume. I'm going to assume that we're okay now. I'm going to assume that. I don't know. But yeah, the stomach virus, I guess, triggered my gallbladder and messing up. So I go into my urgent care, and at first she was just going to see me and just talk about the stomach virus, but then it turned into, I think she did some tests, and I think she wanted to send me to the hospital, but I was just kind of like, nah, I'm good. We're all good. So yeah, today, I'm going to be honest with you, since I've been to the doctor, I think it was Thursday. Thursday? Yeah, I think it was Thursday. Since I've been to the doctor, I pretty much almost slept the whole time. Now, the good thing is everybody in my house, well, not the good thing, but everybody in my house has the stomach virus as well, so everybody's sleeping. Now, I have to admit, everybody else seems to feel much better than I do with it. But, hey, it is what it is. So, let's see. Trying to think. Do you guys have anything that you wanted to talk about? I did not actually pick any stories for tonight. So if you guys have suggestions, I'm up for reading some stories. If you guys want that. If not, we can just have a chill Friday live stream and just kind of talk and communicate and goof off, because this was kind of a last minute idea. So like I said, I fell asleep. For once, everybody in the house let me sleep. So like I wake up on the couch drooling and everything, and I'm like, what time is it? What day is it? Am I still alive? And unfortunately, I think I'm still alive. And they're like, oh, it's like 7:30, and I'm like, oh, what day is this? And they're like, Friday. And I'm like, oh crap. So I jumped up and started preparing to do this, and it took me several hours to prepare to get this live stream up, because in our house, it's nonstop chaos. What?
Angela, and when something funny happened.
What happened?
Jingle, he got the coin, and then all the boys started pooping on him.
Oh, okay. Well, go watch it and relax,
So
okay?
fun.
I'm glad you find it funny. Anyway, kind of bear with me because I'm still trying to tweet out, and I'm going to try posting this on TikTok and see what happens. You never know. Something exciting may happen. So, how are you guys? How was your week? Please tell me your week was not like my week of just out of nowhere. My daughter comes home from school and she's like, oh, my stomach hurts. I don't feel good. And of course, being a parent, the first thing we always think about our kids is you're just trying to get out of school. So I'm like, fine, you can stay home, but you're going to go to the doctor. And she's like, I don't care. I just want to feel better. And then the next day, my other children started getting it. And then the next day after that, I woke up with such a pain that I thought I was dying. So I ended up looking at my kids, telling them, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was this bad. I think I'm dying. So, and I felt better when I went to the doctor, and she's like, one, you're like the 15th person to come in with this. Two, since it's messing with your gallbladder, that's probably why you're in double pain. So after, in the end, I didn't feel like such a pansy anymore. So, but you guys explained to me, I have not talked to you guys in what, week and a half? Because I missed Monday's live stream. So we almost missed tonight's because of my failure to launch. But what have you guys been up to? How's the weather where you're at? I mean, is it warming up here? We're starting to get 70-degree weather. So like today, stomach virus and all, I went outside to try to do some lawn work. You know, I'm off. I might as well do something productive. And I just enjoyed being outside. It was warm. It was comfortable until Kevin and Karen came out, and they kind of ruined my relaxation. But I did get several good laughs at my neighbor. He got stuck between our fence and his barn. He got stuck the way he catacorned and kept backing up, and you hear beep 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 beep. And I'm dying laughing at this point because he's now stuck. So I shouldn't have, but I did. I ended up laughing my head off. Let's see. I guess I could go ahead while I'm trying to talk to you guys and tweet out this and get it, get it some attention. I was gonna say something and I forgot what I totally was gonna say. Anyway, suggestions. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? Is there anything you specifically want to talk about? Any ideas of any stories you guys want to do? Just let me know. Or we can just be goofballs tonight and just do weird stuff and I don't know. Just have fun. Okay, I'm just gonna post this now because I've wasted too much time. So let's see, we've got, according to this, we have 8 people in the chat. It's kind of sad, but unfortunately also, not to be ugly or nothing, I did kind of do this at the last minute. Did not prepare, get everybody hyped up for it. I just kind of winging a prayer as I usually do. I need to stop doing that. I've kind of made some decisions, guys, toward the channel for the next, we're gonna try the next couple weeks to do this and see what happens. I love live streaming, but oh, Todd, I'm sorry that you had a cold. How are you feeling? Are you was it just like, just kind of an inconvenience being sick, or was it like sick? Because oh, hacking cough, oh gosh, I am sorry. That's the kind of sick is not fun, is where you hack and cough. And of course now with COVID, everybody kind of looks up at you and they're like, dude, back up. Thank you, Evil. Thank you for doing that. I just went ahead and shared it on TikTok. We're going to see what TikTok can do. A lot of times, everybody's like, hey, try sharing it to TikTok and see what happens. And we'll see what happens. Let's see if it brings a little more traffic to the channel. Like I said, just bear with me. I'm still not feeling great. I think I've slept the majority of the week. But like I said, I think we're going to try some new things the next couple weeks with the channel to try to get into a flow where it's entertaining for y'all, but it's also not so hard on me because, like I said, with being sick, and we have court dates coming up as well. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my nerves are real bad right now. So what I want to do is on Mondays, I would like to do a live stream where we tell live stories. My goal is to try to actually have a live campfire on Mondays to do this. We'll see how that goes. With Kevin and Karen next door, you never know how the chips are gonna fall. On Wednesdays, I'd like to start uploading maybe a 20-minute video of just stories. And Thursdays, I'd like to try to get into reviewing. And then Friday, of course, we'll have our chill Friday live stream. Friday live stream, to me, I think should just be fun. We do whatever we want to do. If we want to read stories, we can. If we want to tell jokes, we can. I just kind of think that's going to be the fun of it. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I need the time off, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I've taken so much time off from the channel that it's just ridiculous now. So I'm just gonna have to knuckle down and kind of get back in. Now this next week is gonna be kind of rough. We'll do the live stream on Monday and Friday, and then next week we're gonna try to work our way into like maybe Wednesday, doing a short video, and then the following week we'll add in Thursday. We'll see how it goes from there. This week is going to be kind of short because I got to go to the attorney's office Monday. So I guess I can fill you guys in Monday with the live stream, what's going on. And then Thursday we have a court date. And this is a pretty big court date. I don't even know, to be honest with you, what to expect with this one. Originally I thought it was supposed to be finalization of the divorce and breaking away from the past. But I think this Thursday, it's basically regarding the children. And my nerves are really shot because you guys know that my biggest fear is losing my kids. And with this court date, I'm trying to be upbeat. Everybody keeps telling me to chill. Nothing bad should happen. But unfortunately, if you lived with my ex, bad is something that always happened. It seemed to follow, chaos seemed to come with us, and nonstop. So this week's going to be kind of short. I'm going to try to still go on and do the live streams on Monday and Friday because I don't want all of this affecting any more of my life. And next week, like each week, I'll start trying to add a little more into it. So, but like I always said, you guys can always find me on TikTok. I'm not saying that you need to get a TikTok so you could upload TikToks, but you can have a TikTok account because a lot of content creators are on TikTok. A lot of them follow me. So I would really say TikTok would be a really smart idea because your favorite creators are on TikTok filling in the gaps. So when there's nothing on YouTube or you're kind of getting a little bored and there's nothing new that they've come up with, TikTok is where we seem to upload. You can upload more because it's just a minute is the longest you can upload. And you can almost do whatever you want. TikTok is not like YouTube with its algorithms and its problems. So I'm actually enjoying TikTok. I think I'm doing better on TikTok than I'm doing on YouTube. So I don't know. That's kind of funny. But in a way, TikTok is not stifling creativity like YouTube does. And I think that's really sad because YouTube kind of is like the Walmart of its kind. It knows that it's number one. It knows it can give you what you want. You're not going to leave it. So there's that. So like I said, guys, I almost post every day on TikTok. And it's funny. I'm fixing to start uploading twice a day to TikTok if I can. Funny stuff in the daytime, and then later that night upload like a short, whatever I can squeeze in a minute of like a horror story. So I'm gonna start trying to do that, trying to bring more traffic to the channel because I feel like my YouTube channel's dying, and it's half my fault and it's half YouTube's fault. So there's that. Unfortunately, you're right, Evil. Voldemort no-nos is a dumb bleep. Uh, but the court that we're in, we have to be in, a good bit of them go to his church. I mean, he brags about it. Like half the, a good bit of people that he goes to church with works in that courthouse. And the last judge we had, flat out, point blank, didn't like me. I mean, she walked into the court not liking me. I tried to get my attorney to change venues. I was informed that we could not, that it was stuck there. We have changed judges. I don't know this judge. This is a new judge, so I mean, we have that 50-50 chance that this judge could be just as bad as the last judge. I don't feel in any way, shape, or form that I'm a bad mom, and that's not, bragging on myself or getting a huge ego. My kids come first. Quite literally, they are taken care of. But they are taken care of before I'm even thought about. So it does bother me when No Nose walks into court saying that I'm the most scummiest person in the world. And I'm not perfect. I'm not going to say that at all. I've got a lot of my own flaws. But I'm definitely not a bad mom. That's one thing in my life that I can hold my head up and I can brag about it. I think I'm a good mom. I think that's one of the best things in my life going. But there's always that worry. How's it going to go? So yeah, that's just my nerves. Everybody keeps telling me to calm down. It's not that bad, but like I said, the one thing to mess with in my life that hurts me would be my kids, and that's where my ex knows he can hit. So that's where he's hitting. You're not the first one, Evil, to yell cult. In fact, the investigator that is investigating my ex flat said he felt that we were involved in a cult, and that he was very proud that I was able to escape it. So I mean, I've heard hundreds of people scream cult with this point, and I wouldn't ever say that it would be, but seeing what's going on, I have to go with it. So thank you, Todd. A lot of times I don't feel like an awesome person, but that, I mean, I guess as a parent, that is the one lane in my life that I know that I'm not perfect at, but I try so very hard. I mean, I don't think any parent's perfect. We have our own baggage, and we just try not to project it onto our children. But I work really hard to be the best. What is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't have my phone and watch it. My phone's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to plug it up out in the family room and watch it? Huh?
I want to see one.
I don't have a plug in here. I used the plugs set up. I mean, you can sit in here if you can be quiet. Okay. Shut the door because your brother pops in. Sorry. But that's the one thing I think in my life that I can honestly say that I work really hard on, and I try really hard. Don't get in the camera frame. Is being a parent. And I think that's one thing that he knows that he can hit me with that's gonna hurt is the kids. So you guys just send positive vibes all this week and think about me, because Monday I go see the attorney, and he'll kind of fill me in with what to expect. Like I said, I thought this was going to be a finalization, me getting free and clear and starting a new life, and it looks like it's not. It looks like it has to do with the children, which I don't know why they're not included in with the divorce, but I don't know. Like everybody said, this whole thing has been a fiasco. It's legitimately almost been a year, and nothing's been finished, fixed, finalized, nothing. And that to me is very weird, but Wendigo, you're right. To be honest, I feel the reason why the first judge flat out walked in knowing too much about the case and talking about it and point blank hated me before I even opened my mouth, is I do feel that his family is one of those Richie families that feel that they do no wrong and that they are owed everything, and that is something that legitimately does bother me, because I don't care how much money you have. I don't think you should treat people that way, and you shouldn't act that way. They're very judgmental. They're very cold. They only like each other. I guess you're allowed to marry in to produce children if you're lucky, and then you need to skedaddle, because that's what happens to everybody that marries into that family. And I didn't know any of this until 4 years after I got involved into it, and then it was kind of stuck. But it is illegal, but you have to prove, and that's what my attorney said. We have to legitimately be able to prove that this has happened. And I guess my attorney didn't want to spend the extra resources to discover it. And in all fairness, I don't have the money. I mean, we're already racking up a bill, and we're only halfway through. And if he's going to get tried in a criminal court for the things he's done, I'm going to be back into court with that too. So this is one of those deals. I just want to be free of it. I don't need no more toxicity in my life. I am not a toxic person. I love a little chaos, a little controlled chaos, but my life since being with Voldemort, no-nos, it's been nothing but chaos and toxicity, and I am not that person. And unfortunately, it's affected me so much that I feel like I'm bleeding toxicity and chaos onto other people, and I try to hide it, but I don't know how good I am at it. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, Evil. I could say some things, so if I explain to everybody the things that I've witnessed since being with him and his family, you guys would just be like, because I mean, like I said, there's just so much involved that even I've had to sit down and admit to. It's rough, but it's not the end of the world. It's not all bad. I think being free from all of this and seeing my kids smile again helps me feel like I have not made any wrong choices, and I don't feel guilt for it, even though I've been made to feel that way. So I just want to let you kind of clue you guys in, like, this is some stuff that we've had to deal with between sickness and it must be an art to be able to choke on your own saliva or air. But apparently I'm the master of it. Anyway, I just kind of want to let you guys know, just bear with me for another week. Hopefully whatever happens Thursday does not affect the channel anymore. In fact, I may just try to get more into the channel if it's Bad News Bears Thursday. So gotta stay hydrated. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna be honest with you. My water bottle is leaking. The best way I've heard my ex and his family explained, and this was by the investigator, a therapist, and DHR. The best way they explained him to me was that he's a narcissistic, sociopath, gaslighter. And they had to explain to me basically what all three of those were. I didn't know anything about gaslighting until recently. I did notice that, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but my ex was a part of the community. He was a narrator and a writer. And within a short period of time, at least 8 other narrators called him a gaslighter. And I didn't know what that meant. And of course, you know, back then I was like, oh no, you're totally, I don't know what that is, but you're not that. And then once they explained to me what a narcissist is and a sociopath and a gaslighter is, I went, yep, that explains him perfectly. So that's the best way that they've explained him to me. And that's the best way I can explain him to you guys, to kind of get the idea of what we have all lived with. So when I say that my ex is used to getting his way and he has gotten his way, all of his life, you now understand my nerves, because he's never gotten by, like he's never had to be judged for anything. He's never had to feel bad for anything. And now you understand where my nerves are coming from, because I'm so used to him getting what he wants that I just automatically am prepared that even the court's going to give him what he wants. So, yeah. Oh gosh, Wendigo, I'm sorry. I feel for anybody that has to go through this. Um, Even if I hadn't gone through it, I would feel, you know, upset for that person. But now going through this, anybody that's ever had to deal with DHR or any of this stuff, I totally have a sympathy. I can't say I completely relate, but I understand, because I'm going through it. Let's see. But anyway, guys, I don't want to sit here. I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in, so you understand, like, between the sickness and all this coming up, the next week we're just going to try to hit our live streams just to keep everything going smoothly. Hopefully, starting the following week, we'll get into a schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then the following week, we'll try to hit Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll see how that goes. I've got to kind of work into this schedule again, because I am so not used to uploading that now it's like, whew, this is going to be rough. But any suggestions, something I want to think about is I'm going to try to do a video of stories where I'm going to read them. But I don't know how to really work it, because I don't have a good setup anymore. So I pretty much have to turn the camera on and videotape. I don't really want to be in front of the camera to do it. So I'm trying to think of maybe starting out like a bonfire. You know, like for example, Being Scared does scary stories to tell in the rain or whatever. I think it's kind of like, you get what I'm saying. It has to do with rain. I would like to do maybe scary stories to tell by campfire. And the best thing I can think of at this point is to actually light a fire up, turn the camera to the fire, and read the story in the background. That's kind of what I want to do for Wednesdays. And the Monday live stream, maybe something similar, but maybe me telling the story in front of the camera with the fire in the background. Kind of switch it up. And then Thursdays, you guys leave me some suggestions down below.
Mommy,
What, baby?
can I sleep with you?
I'm not sleeping. I'm live streaming. Oh, excuse me. She's not sleeping either. She's not feeling good. I'm taking care of her while I live stream.
How can pee?
Go on. I'm almost done, okay? I'm not going to live stream all night, I promise. And I'll come in there with you, okay?
Can you sleep at me and Olivia sleeps like a naughty?
Yes, go on. Let me finish this live stream. Anyway, leave comments below and give me some ideas for reviews, whether it's music or a movie or a show. Leave comments below, and then I'm going to try. Yeah. Anyway, because I would like to start doing reviews on Thursdays, and any type of review, except for maybe books, because books take longer to read or listen to than it does a movie or a TV show. But leave comments below and give me some examples of what you would like reviewed, whether it's a song, an artist, a specific movie or a TV show. Leave comments. If you don't want to leave them here, you can like leave me a message on Twitter. But I really would like you guys to start leaving me some suggestions, because I'm totally open for it. 10 out of 10, I probably have seen the movie or have listened to the music. I know that somebody left me a message on Twitter the other day saying, when are you going to do some more Joji reviews? And I thought, well, Joji hasn't done anything in the last couple months, but I'm pretty sure I can scrounge something up. Maybe we can summon the Joji from out of nowhere and he can pop back up and give us some more to talk about. I hope Joji's doing okay. I doubt he's watching my live stream. That would be nice, but I doubt it. So, thank you, Evil. Thank you for sharing everything. Let's see. But I'm serious. Leave me some ideas, because recently I have watched some really interesting horror films. I finally got to see Train to Busan, and I always forget the name of this one. Battle Royale. So I finally have seen these movies. So, like I said, leave comments below, or preferably you can hit me up on Twitter and let me know some ideas. And I can review them. And because I want to get into reviews. Gradually, like I said, guys, gradually within time, I would like to start moving this channel into having different content on different days. Like I said, we'll stick with our Monday and Friday live streams. Wednesday would be, Wednesdays I would really like to be short horror story, like live action horror movies. But I'm not having that time. Maybe I can start doing that, but I don't know if I could get one out every Wednesday. That's a lot of work, and I'm a one-person show. So, I definitely would like to start traveling. Will you lay down and get out of the camera? I know what you're doing. Lay down. I like to start traveling and doing some ghost adventuring. But right now we'll take it as we're going to try to go for and hit Wednesday stories by the campfire. Thursday reviews. And we'll rotate it. We'll do some music. We'll do some I'm not gonna lie, Train to Busan, alright, Demon Child, quit that. Train to Busan really did, I don't know. I will freely admit they knew how to do a horror film, and it wasn't just a horror film. It had some feel. It had a lot of feels. It was scary. And them zombies, I'm going to be honest with you, I think America could take some lessons on theirs. I really do. That was horrifying. I still kind of have some nightmares about it. Anyway, but I mean, like, I've seen a lot of movies. I watch a lot of movies, especially since I have so much to pull from. But it don't always have to be a horror film. It could be anything. I just kind of would like to start branching out into movie reviews, but I really don't know what to review. So I'm gonna leave that up to you guys to let me know. I may even do a poll and have like 3 or 4 movie suggestions, and you guys can vote. We'll see what we do. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of boring tonight. Like I said, I've just not been feeling good, and I'm off my game really bad. No, I need that to read. Alyssa, being pesky. I'm just really off my game. Watership, oh, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably won't review Watership Down, and that's just because it's a trigger movie for me. Lord No-Nos loves that film, and I seen part of it, and I don't know if I can review it. I can try if you guys really want me to, but I don't know if I can bring myself to do it.
Sad.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
When? No-Nos made you watch it? Well, that's traumatization in its worst form. I'm trying to think. If it's on Netflix, Amazon, or Hulu, I can watch it. And so if you guys want to, leave me some ideas. I may sit down later tonight or tomorrow and get a poll going, because if I can get it up and going, I can probably sit down and either rewatch or watch fresh before and have it up by Thursday. Not this week, next week. But it'll give me some time, because I might be able to, you know, get 2 videos done and have them sitting and waiting for you guys. Let's see. No, whatever you're doing, stop it. I have not seen, that's Tyler's nickname. Oh. I have not seen The Girl on the Third Floor. That actually sounds really interesting. Is it on any of the streams like Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon? Just let me know, because if it is, oh, No-No's made the kids watch worse than that. They've seen Annabelle, they've seen Ouija. He tried to tried to get them to watch The Exorcist, and luckily I walked in.
Insidious.
I can't say much about that. One's not that bad.
Well, Exorcist when the girl was gone.
I know. I know. This is not your live stream. It's mine. He tried to get the kids to watch The Exorcist. I mean, luckily I walked in just as I heard the music and was like, "What the heck?"
No, he showed us a part of it on YouTube.
I know, but he was gonna get you to watch
It was the part of the girl.
I know. I'm live streaming. Shh. But luckily I walked in on that one on Netflix. I'll look that one up because I'm actually interested. But I'm trying to think. Always popular when you're busy. I'll message you later. I'll have to check it out because I'm interested. It sounds like a movie that I would be interested in. And like I said, it doesn't have to be horror. And when it comes to music reviews, it doesn't have to be Joji. I mean, that's just something I started with. And we'll do when Joji has more stuff to talk about. I think right now all I could talk about with Joji is his extravaganza. Well, there's 3 things I could talk about that he's done between the last review and this one. But it's not the top priority. But maybe we can summon him from beyond and get him to come out. I agree, Wendigo, they advertise it as for children, but it's not. I pretty much knew it wasn't right. If my ex was interested in it, I pretty much knew it wasn't for children because he found another one. It's a cat movie, and I was like, oh, it's about kitties, and I still can see the imagery in my head. I'm shocked he didn't try to make the kids watch that one. No, the original was. I've seen the original, and I've seen part of the new one, just because I was made to watch it. In fact, I think we bought it even. But far as I know, Todd, I'm gonna do a live stream Monday night, and that one is gonna be horror stories. We'll kind of mix it up. I may try to do a little bit of 2-sentence horror stories, short story, and then I might be able, if I can, get things together and do like a ghost story, and maybe some type of Native American story. Just kind of keep it open. I'm going to try to keep the live streams down to an hour at the most, because if I go over an hour, I start getting kind of drained, and then I'll hit end and pass out. I mean, for some reason, believe it or not, live streaming does take a lot out of you. Hey PA Nightmare, how are you doing? Wendigo, if I'm not wrong, it's like called Filigree or something like that. I can't remember, but I think it was German made, and the imagery in that film was so bad. Like, I ended up watching a review on it because he was like, oh, I really want you to watch this. Here, let's watch this review. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was 15 minutes into the review and was mortified. So I'm just point blank be honest with you. Some things that are animated, and what's bad is a lot of these animations were made back in the day where animation was more for children. So immediately as a parent, you'd be like back then going, oh, it's animated, it's for my child. And then next thing you know, we wonder why our children's in therapy. But anyway, that would be awesome. Just, Evil, just let me know when you're going to live stream. I know usually you live stream at 11 o'clock at night, but what I could do is turn on the live stream, put headphones in, and be there until I fall asleep. Because fortunately, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. That's the bad thing. My doctor's excuse runs out, and I've got to go back to work tomorrow. And Saturdays and Sundays are usually the worst days to work, and I don't feel like it. Point blank, don't feel like going back to work. I really don't. I really. But the good thing is I just got a notification that the kids are out of school Monday and Friday of next week. So I will get more time to get off of work and spend time with my kids. So that makes me happy. I like spending time with my kids. Tomorrow night, okay. Let's see, tomorrow's Saturday. I like it. All right, how long have we been live streaming? 40 minutes. Boy, gosh, I can tell I'm not feeling good because usually 40 minutes is nothing. I'm like, whoo. But tonight I'm just like, oh. But speaking of which, has anybody heard from Meat Locker / Busy / Darkest Side TV? I have not heard from him. Me and Wendigo have been trying to message him now for like a month. I did look him up and I found his phone number, but I just refused to text him because I'm scared to death that seems a little too weird. But anyway. Let's see. Oh, that's right. That's right. Your son's birthday is tomorrow. Birthday party is tomorrow. His birthday is a little bit later. I hate when kids get older. To be honest, I'm dreading it. Every time birthdays come around, I'm so excited to make their birthday special, but inside I'm internally crying because I don't want them to age anymore. Just stay my baby forever. But I don't know. I'm thinking about just getting that phone number and messaging him because I am actually really worried about him. This is the longest he's been gone. Usually, if you put out feelers trying to get a hold of him, he will, be summoned and he'll be back for a week or two. But this time he isn't. And I'm legitimately worried. So I'm just gonna have to go up and slap him really hard. Philida. I was close. I knew it was like Phila something. Philida. Yes, there's several scenes in that is nowhere near child friendly at all. And especially watching, like I said, the review on it explained a lot of stuff before watching it. The kids never seen that one, which I'm shocked because he had full intentions of them watching it. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not into that type of stuff that you're into. I wasn't into 90% of the stuff that he watched. But I was like, no, I really don't want to watch an animated cat film. I don't even like The Aristocrats by Disney, so I really don't want to see this either. And he ended up turning on Watership Down, which I knew nothing about, the original. And I mean, at some point, a bunny gets stuck in a fence and there's blood and everything. Legitimately, me and my children are going at the TV, and at this point I'm like, can I have the remote? And I turned it. I got yelled at for it, but I mean that was horrifying, and I'm an adult. So yes, that's why I'm glad I never like I said, luckily they've never seen Philida, but it was close. I mean, he almost got them to watch it. So so there's probably two movies I don't know if I want to review. Philida might be fun to review in the sense of there's so much to touch on. So, Annabelle. I'm trying to think. I bought one of the Annabelle films. I don't know if it was Annabelle Origins or I don't know. I'll have to look. But there is an Annabelle movie I have seen that
It's called Annabelle Creations.
Annabelle Creations. Thank you. Um, Evil. The best way I can describe without getting into the whole situation is Lord No knows. How do I put this? One word, abuse. That's the best way I can describe it. So when I say that I got in trouble for changing the channel, it wasn't just getting in trouble, like somebody just griping at you for changing the channel because they wanted to watch it. It was screaming, yelling, and occasion other stuff. So that's the best way to describe it without coming out and describing it, abuse. Um, and that sums up the whole time I was with him is abuse. So, um, in our house, or the old house we lived in, there was no protecting anybody. It was what Voldemort wanted, and that's what we went with. And you didn't say nothing. You just went with it. If you did, you got in trouble. And that's when I say getting into trouble, abuse. So we'll leave it at that, okay? Yes. I actually there's nothing wrong with Watership Down. I actually thought the movie was actually very interesting, especially when you start thinking about what they were trying to get at using bunnies, rabbits, and in an animated form. I actually applaud Watership Down. Philida, I don't know. Like I said, I would watch it to review it because it looks like a good something interesting to review. You never know. I might do it. You never know with me. Maybe I'll do a review for both of them back to back. You never know. It does make us stronger, but unfortunately, there's just some things that a person shouldn't have to go through. I think when you're in a relationship, you should never hurt the person you're with intentionally. I mean, I know that, living with someone or being married to someone, things are going to happen. Things will be said that's not meant to be said, but there's just some things when you love somebody and you live with them, you shouldn't do or say. And so yes, in a way, it does what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, but unfortunately, it does leave a lot of scars and a lot of PTSD and triggers and so forth and so on. So unfortunately, once you've been through it, things trigger you, and sometimes you don't even mean for it to trigger you. And I've been in a conversation with somebody and full on got triggered and was trying to hide that I was triggered. So, in all fairness, I think one, children should never be abused at all. I don't care how bad your kid is, they should not be abused. They should be loved and taken care of and corrected properly within, within reasons. When you're married or living with someone, female or male, I do not think that they should be abused or hurt or anything. And that's something I feel. I don't think if I'm in a relationship with you, and I mean everybody that's on the live stream, I should try to hurt you or abuse you or beat you or anything like that. And I guess in a way, if you're with somebody and you feel that that's something that you have to resort to, then maybe it's best to look at the other person and say, look, I think we need to part ways. And that should be fair. But I don't think anybody deserves it. And yes, you are right. It does make you stronger. And I think in a way, it has built me into the person that I'm becoming. And I like that person that I'm becoming. I feel more strong, more independent, more adjusted. But to get to this point was, whew, it's something else. And I'm sorry if that, I didn't mean that to sound harsh. I don't mean it to sound harsh at all, or mean or anything. I just, I know I just take a strong stance to some things, and that's one of them. And I mean it equally for men and women. I don't think women should get a pass that they can be abusive and they can hurt the person they're with or their children. I don't think anybody should be. Your kids shouldn't be abusive to you. You shouldn't be abusive to them. And whoever your significant other is shouldn't. Confident, I think it's something that gradually comes. I'm not completely confident, but I'm finding my footing into becoming the person that I want to be and comfortable in my own skin. And it's taken me this long to get to this point because, point blank, be honest with you, I've never been comfortable with my voice or my skin. And before I entered into this relationship with No Nose, I was a very confident, independent person, but through the years, I just lost sight of who I was. And at the end of the day, it is my fault. I shouldn't have let that happen. But and finding that person again and building new confidence, it's to be desired. I'm working on it. I don't think I'm the best person in the world, but I'm not the worst person in the world. So we're building on it. But it also, I guess one thing when you talk about what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, the one thing I can say is with with all this that has happened, it has taught me how to treat other people. I mean, growing up, my mom always raised me with, do unto others as you would have done. And that makes a lot of sense. I don't want somebody hurting me. I don't want to hurt somebody else. But I think being in this situation has built me into the point of being more mindful to other people's feelings, having a lot more empathy, not being judgy, not immediately being like, if somebody says they're self-harming, like, and nowadays when people say, oh, I cut myself or I self-harm, and immediately you'll hear 12 people say, oh, yeah, right. I now look at it as all topics as what you're telling me is 100% truth, and I'm not going to at all be that person like and judge them. So it has taught me to have more empathy and to be understanding and to be more supportive and to also recognize sometimes little triggers that other people have, that they're hurting or they're sad and they need help but they don't want to ask for it. So in a way, I think it has been a good thing in the end because it's helped me to be more understanding and want to help other people. So in a way, you're very completely right. I don't think I'm the best person in the world, but I want to be the best person in the world. So I think that's half the battle, is realizing that I'm so flawed, but I don't want to be flawed, and I want to do the best I can to help other people. And I hope one day that the channel is successful and humongous, and that I'm able to give back to everybody else that has always been able to help me and help other people. That's something I've always wanted. I want to do that. I want to help other people. Like when you hear Jacksepticeye doing these live streams where he's raised like $1 million and helped people. I want to do that. I don't want to use my platform for just gain. I mean, I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't want the money. I do want to have money. I mean, money does help, but I also want to be able to contribute back to other people because I don't know. I've always wanted to do that. So it's a goal. Let's hope we can get to that. Oh, thank you, Evil. I do too. I have a lot of stands on social problems and depression and anxiety. But for me, I try to take face value. If you're telling me that you're hurting or you're hurting yourself, I'm going to take it as you really are. I know a lot of people have told me that I'm so stupid for going along with stuff, but what if the person who is saying that at this moment that they're hurting themselves is really hurting themselves, and I'm one of those people that kind of brush them off? But I do have to say this, if you do have depression or anxiety or you are hurting yourself, please, well, you say that you have depression, anxiety, and hurting yourself. Please don't use that. If you really aren't feeling depressed or anxious or self-harming, I really would strongly urge people not to use that as something to get attention, because in all fairness, people who struggle with depression and anxiety and they self-harm are not proud of it. They don't want people to full on know about it. They leave little tales and signs hoping that somebody can help them, but they don't go around, kind of, lack of a better word, bragging about it. So I do understand what you're getting at, Wendigo. I do not like people, because I have met another narrator that she seemed to brag that she self-harmed, and that bothered me, because I have met other people who did self-harm, literally self-harm, and they didn't brag about it. They didn't want people to know. They tried to self-harm in areas that was not seen. So hearing somebody kind of point blank be like, look, this is what I did today. I cut myself. It does bother me, and I can see why a lot of people in point blank put that as you're faking it. But in a way, I don't think you're faking, because it does take a mental disorder to hurt yourself to get attention. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, when they just act like jerks. Yes, I completely agree, because I have met one or two narrators that they used it for attention, and that bothers me. Because to be honest with you, after everything I've been through, I struggle with a lot of things, and I don't really want to admit to it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to bring other people down. So when I hear other people sitting around kind of bragging about their depression or their anxiety, I'm kind of like, I must have got the bad depression and anxiety, because I don't feel like bragging about it. Well, crap. Why didn't I get the good one? And that's kind of how I guess I look at it. Like, what's wrong with me? Yes, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I've met a lot of people who have mental illnesses, and they don't use it as a crutch. They don't use it as an excuse. Like, well, I have a mental problem, so you just have to like tolerate me. No, I'll be the first one to admit that I have my issues, and I don't think you should have to put up with it, and I don't think I should have to make you put up with it. But I see what you guys are saying. I'm also kind of just explaining my side of it. I don't understand it. I don't like it. But in the same token, I'd hate to be that one time somebody maybe was asking for help, and I'm just like, figure, and they end up, maybe taking their own life. Because I've had some friends that secretly struggled with things and did take their own life. And it's one of the worst feelings as a friend or as a relative, is just thinking like, maybe I missed it. Maybe it was my fault. So there's that. But anyway, I'm getting tired. I don't really want to end the live stream, because I feel like this live stream was a little bit more down than it usually is. Usually I'm a little bit more fun and goofy and crazy. My daughter fell asleep. I must have a really good voice. Anyway, wait. Yeah, she's asleep. Okay. We'll go with it. She's not looking at me staring. Well, guys, I will go on and say this. I agree, Todd, that's kind of what I try to do. I just try to be the best I can be. And that's all you can do, really. All of us, that's all of us can do, is just be the best that you can be, do the best you can. And I think, to me, and that's how I was raised, just do your best. That's half the battle. That's showing up, doing what you can, contributing, helping. And you shouldn't sell yourself, try to say that 10 times fast. You shouldn't sell yourself short. I think that's another thing. We kind of live in a world today that if we don't have the best of this or the best of that, or look the best or do the best, we have a tendency to feel depressed over that. And I don't know. I don't mind helping other people and not getting like any type of recognition for it. That's not what I'm doing it for. But I do love when somebody messages me privately and says, hey, when you did this or you talked about that or you did this story, it really helped me. I know it sounds crazy, but it helped me. Or every time I see you upload a video, I get so excited because I love your content and it makes me feel better or makes me laugh, makes me cry. You put such emotion into it. I mean, I don't have to have somebody like bragging and all over Twitter and having 20 narrators tell everybody how great I am. It would be nice to get recognition like that. But anyway, but it's the little things. Does somebody message you saying, "Oh my gosh, that was amazing," or "Oh my gosh, you don't know what it feels like when you upload a video." And I think that's why I want to get back into it because I feel like I'm slipping and letting everyone down. Because I love making other people feel good. That's something I like. Um, I don't know. If you're a narrator yourself and you're on Twitter, I will suggest that you don't get down because Twitter is like high school. We have our cliques and we have our favorites, and the bigger narrators tend to hang out with the bigger narrators, and the bigger narrators tend to help each other. And if they're all male narrators, they help other male narrators. So if you're a female narrator listening, it's all right. If you're a male narrator and you don't fit in the clique, it's all right. I've said for years that I kind of go invisible a lot in the horror community, and that's not a big deal, but it's also kind of sad because I do try to help. But I would tell you not to get down. And if you're feeling down right now, as somebody told me the other day, this too shall pass. It will get better. I know it doesn't seem like it's going to get better, but it will. I tell myself that every day. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. I agree, Wendigo. One of my daughters has autism, and we've never explained to her that she has autism. Um, my oldest daughter knows she has autism just because I want her to be protected because kids can be mean nowadays. Just the other day, my daughter, when she gets nervous, will like play with her fingers and do like a circle. And, or if something really bad happens and she can't express it, she'll just walk around in a circle. And this little boy pinched her and called her retarded. And she knew what retarded meant. And she come home and didn't say nothing to anybody. And as a mom, I look over at my daughter and I just know something's wrong. And in the back of my mind, I think I know what's wrong. So I finally, I gotta get her to look at me. I'm like, hey, boop her nose and boop my nose and say, look at me. Okay, tell me what's going on. Nothing. No, we need to talk about it. And finally she opened up and said that she was called retarded. And she's like, and then she gets so down on herself, saying she didn't understand why she was retarded and why people called her retarded. And as a parent, this is where you look at your daughter and you're like, you know what? You're not retarded. There's nothing wrong with you. You are perfect the way you are. And I just seen her little face light up like, you're right. And I was like, the next time that bully says that you're retarded, just go and walk on. I know it hurts, but just go on. I could have told her to ball her fist up and lay the boy out, which as a parent, I wanted to do that. But I became the better parent and said, just leave him alone. And, and then I told my oldest daughter the next time he did it. And my oldest daughter was like, so there you go. There's also that. I'm not good parenting right there, but I mean, yes, it does cause bullying. Yes. I don't understand why people have to be so cold. It is hurtful. But I think as a parent, I want to show my kids that you don't always have to worry about what everybody else thinks. I mean, you really, at this point in life, need to be happy. I mean, I don't mean you need to go around, hitting people, pulling their hair, stealing stuff. But you need to look at other people. Like my oldest daughter said the other day, this little girl was like cussing at her and telling her she was a loser and just really mocking her and making fun of her. And I looked over at my daughter because we were pulling out of the parking lot of the school, and she's like, "That's the little girl." And I looked over at the little girl and I looked at my daughter, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be really nice about this. Don't worry about what she has to say. Girls, I'm going to be honest, as a girl, girls are very mean. Boys, they'll go get in a fight and they're over it. Girls, they never are straightforward about stuff. They will like look at each other and be like, "Oh, I love you," and then rip each other's face out behind their back. So, and kids are brutal. And I maintain that a lot of times kids are brutal because of parenting. Like I look over at No-No's and some of the stuff he said to the kids, he was raising them to have no empathy, to be hateful, to be racist, to say things that are not something that needs to be said to another person. Just some of the stuff that he said to us was teaching them that it was okay. And that bothered me because I know as children, they're going to do stuff automatically on their own. As a parent, I'm not supposed to join in the chaos. I'm supposed to try to pull the chaos away and help raise them. And I want to raise my kids to be very strong, very independent. I want them to be able to look around. Because when I was younger, somebody could make fun of me or bullied me, and I would just be like, "Your problem, not mine," and walk on. But somewhere along the lines, I lost sight of that and started taking everything personally. I mean, if somebody said one thing, I was like devastated. So I was trying to teach my kids that there's going to be bullies, even in adult life. I mean, I've been bullied as an adult. So, well, that's what I'm trying to teach my kids is that you might be able to end up being friends with your bully. It's happened before. I don't know. Life is pretty brutal. People are pretty mean, and I wish people wouldn't raise their kids to be that way. But I'm trying to raise my kids in the middle to have compassion, be empathetic, be good and supportive, and try to help everybody they can. But in the same token, stand your ground. Don't let somebody like walk all over you or beat you up. I mean, sometimes you do have to use other things. Wendigo, I'm gonna be honest with you. My one daughter that has autism has come home and said some things like kids were throwing things at her. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I look at my daughter and I know she's got autism. She's at the lower end of the spectrum, which is great for her. She has little tells that she has autism, but for the most part, if you ever met her, she is the sweetest, most caring, would do anything for you person I have ever met. And that bothers me that other kids call her weird. And I know one thing I'm trying to teach my kids, apparently weird and strange is supposed to be a degradation. In the world we live in, I'm going to be honest with you, with so many boring people walking around, I think strange and weird is a compliment. And I applaud it. Thank you. Thank you for calling me strange and weird. I like it. So, I don't understand kids. I don't understand how parents raise their kids to be that way. But it's sad and it's true. All right, guys. With that being said, I'm going to say that I hope you guys are doing good. I hope none of you are struggling with anything right now. I hope that you're feeling good, because where I'm at right now, the weather is warming up. You're hearing the birds. I'm starting to see cardinals show back up, which makes me feel so happy. At night, you hear the crickets. I mean, right? You just know that spring is coming, and I'm so excited for it. I can't wait. So I hope that you guys are doing good. I hope that you're not having any sadness, any sickness, that you're doing good. I hope that your week has been good. I hope that your weekend's even better. I hope that your Friday has been pretty good. And I encourage you guys. I know that right now with YouTube, I'm struggling a little bit, but You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. And I at least have one video a day on TikTok. Fixing to be 2. So I encourage you guys to maybe upload TikTok to your phone, and you don't have to do anything on it other than maybe watch your favorite creators, because I am not the only YouTuber on there. So I suggest that you guys look into it. It's fun. There's a lot of things that can be done on TikTok that can't be done on YouTube. And I kind of pushed you guys a little bit to do it, to be honest. And I thank you guys for coming. It always means so much seeing you guys here, talking to you guys. Even if I'm boring and not feeling good, I'm so glad that you guys are here. And I shall see you Monday. I'm hoping to be more alert and ready to go and have fun, and maybe a bonfire going for you guys to tell you some scary stories by the campfire. I'm a little boring tonight. Just a little bit. But we shall say it. I love you. Let's see, hold on. I think I forgot how to do my outro. No. And as always, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.